We'll start by foam rolling the glutes, so take a seat on a foam roller. You're going to cross your right leg over your left, hanging onto your right ankle with your left hand and supporting yourself with your right hand behind you. Trying to find all the angles and rounds of the cheeks. When you switch sides, you're going to switch hands as well. Taking your time, whatever time you need here. Getting through all of the glutes. When you're ready, you're going to take a seat on the floor. Place the roller at your mid-back or at the base of your thoracic. Hands on your head and bringing the elbows close together. You're going to roll from the mid-back up toward your neck, trying to find any spots that might need a little extra attention. And then turning to your right, you're going to focus on the lats on the right, lifting the left shoulder blade off the roller. And then switching to the left side, taking your time, making sure to breathe. You can drop your hips to the floor if that pressure is too much with the hips lifted. From here, we're coming up to stand with a nice wide stance, taking your time and folding over, keeping the hips up high, letting that spine elongate, and then walking the hands over to your left foot, keeping the toes facing forward so you get a nice stretch along the side of the calf. You can kind of wiggle your hips around a little bit, looking for whatever stretch you need, and then walking your hands over to the right, keeping that tailbone up nice and high. Then bringing them back to the center. You're going to hang for 1 second, and then you're going to come up and start your turn. So we're going to go into a thoracic rotation here, reaching up nice and high for the ceiling, gently pushing the floor away with that other arm. You want to follow your hand with your gaze, so kind of looking at your fingers when you're turning, and that palm should be facing forward. From here, we'll go into some lateral squats. So sinking to the left side, bringing the hips down nice and low, trying to keep that heel on the floor. You want to push that knee out past your foot. So the toes are forward, you're solid through your heel, and you're gently pushing or nudging that knee out laterally. You should give your hips a chance to kind of sink in. And then you're going to push the floor away and switching sides. So you're going to alternate from your left to your right. Taking as long as you need. And then here we're going to turn while we're on the left, and then we'll go into a flex extend. So bringing the hips down and then extending the hips up for a hamstring stretch through the left leg. And now turning back to that little lateral squat, shifting over to the right, turning into that spider lunge, sending the hips up for a flex extend, down low, up high. Bringing it down one more time, and then turning it around. Bringing the feet a little bit closer together, reaching forward to the fingertips, sending the tailbone back, then dropping the hips down nice and low in a low squat sit, gently pushing those knees apart, but making sure that your heels are down and your toes are forward. Then sending the hips up, and then dropping them back down. So a little bit of a hinge. One more time, up and down. Then walking the hands forward into a nice tall plank. You're going to send your right knee across your body and then over to the right for a spider lunge. And then you'll turn your arm up to the ceiling, extending the hamstring and repeating on the left. Turning it up, bringing it down, and then extending. From here, we'll walk the hands back toward the feet. Sink down low into that squat sit, send the hips up, walking it back out to a tall plank, cross body with the knee, spider lunge, turn, and then a hamstring stretch. Sinking back down for that plank, cross body, spider lunge, torso twist, bringing it down for that hamstring stretch, sinking it back down, and then sending it back for that tall plank, Walking the hands back toward the feet, sinking the hips down nice and low, sending them back up, and then walking the hands forward and walking the feet to the hands. So we're just moving up a little bit. Take your time coming up with control, nice and easy. Then we're going to lift one knee, nice strong knee hug. Send that same leg back for a flex extend, come up tall. Switching sides, hugging that knee nice and tight, pushing that floor away with a standing leg, and then sending it back for a flex extend. Knee hug to flex extend. Switching sides, knee hug to flex extend. Now we'll go a knee hug to a hip circle. So sending that knee up and around the back as much as you can. Nice tight hug, keeping that knee high and sending it around. One more on each side. Big knee hug, and then sending that hip around. Big knee hug, and then a nice big circle. From here, we'll just go into a torso twist. Loosen up the upper body a little bit. Chest opener here, swinging the arms across. And nice big circles back, keeping that posture tall, and then circles forward.